Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. All right, we're going to pull a radius from that and see what we can come up with. Oh, we got a clamp over here that's going to hit. So let's come up with a smaller clamp. This really isn't holding anything. It's just holding this index in place. So. All right, this side's hitting too, so we're going to have to come up with a smaller one for here. One thing after another.
Got my own machining glasses.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, throw a Jason tightness on that. Oh, it's okay, we can find that. And it doesn't really matter anyhow.
Not enough.
Bring it back.
Yes.
And drop it down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you'll notice that we've got a little bit of a flare out here, and what he's going to do is braze this part to the housing of a differential in this antique car, race car. So, and he wants to cut this web down so that it's nice and smooth. Now we've come up here and we've cut this first one, and you can see that it's all even. So he'll get a good even temperature and be able to braze that pretty easily. So, but if you look, we've kind of hodgepodged this together so that it grips, and you can see that there's this piece of 4140 comes back. It sits on a wedge. And then if you come around here, this is what's clamping it down. And then, of course, we've got the clamps to the plate itself. So, but, you know, and then came in behind that with a C-clamp or a quick clamp. And it seems to be working. We were able to get this without too much effort. Now we got 5 more to do. Well, actually 4 more to do, because we have one that's a test one, and we'll go from there. Okay, and I left just a little bit of a lip right here, so I had something to grab onto when it came time to doing this and about 3 other things. So we've got that lip. Whoops. Okay, let's blow this off a little bit. Let's get our piece in here. There we go. Square it up with these 2 bosses right here. That looks pretty good. Make sure we're still square. A little bit off. Yeah. That should do it. Holds it down pretty good. Come in. Put our quick clamp in. Just to give it a little extra support. And I think we're ready to rip. Now we're going to bring it back a ways, just so we don't dig in too fast. Got another 20. That should be just about right. This measurement is not critical because we're going to come back in with the finishing bit and do the final size. All we're doing is just getting the heavy metal off of there so that it doesn't wear out that little bit.
Yep. Getting our shape pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay. Just me.
Hit just a little funny right there. All right. That's pretty good. Okay, according to plans, we've got to come in, we've got a 1/2 inch pipe thread here. We've got to come in with a 3/8 pipe in this direction. And so what we've done is figured it out where it was at, put it in the lathe, and then drilled that small hole. Now brought it over the drill press, dropped it in here, and we centered it out. And now we're putting a blank in here. Let's see. Okay, there it is. Now it's a little wobbly, but this isn't a critical measurement. Do our center drill, and then we got it centered and drilled. So we'll go on and do the other 4, and we'll go from there. Okay, well, we're about halfway through this process, and now we've got to come back and do finish cuts and a few messing around cuts, and then we will be done. So I'll bring you in close, we'll show you the next step, and hey, let's go from there. Okay, we've roughed out this back side, but now we need to come in and do a finish cut, and we need to go down far enough to make, you know, all of the measurements that are necessary. So we're gonna take some measurements and we'll go from there.
Hey, it's Jason again. So we're back on the brackets for the race car, and per the plans we got a 1/2-inch pipe going in from the front side. What we got to do now is go in and put a 3/8 pipe thread into this one to connect into the other 1/2-inch hole. What I got it lined up in the lathe here, nice and centered. It's pretty basic, so we're going to go in with a 1/2-inch drill bit, get it in deep enough, and then after that we're going to get a 1/2-inch mill in there and really square the hole up, get it nice and clean. After that we're going to have to come in with the tracer and put a taper on it down to the size of this 3/8 pipe thread tap, and then we'll run that in and get our threads, and that should be it on this set. So I got everything squared up, and basically now we just get the machine going, get our drill bit in there, and start with the hole. Alrighty, here we go. That's good. Okay, now we'll come in with our tracer. Hey folks, it's Jason again. We're back on these brackets for the race car. We got our pipes drilled in the front and side. We got the rough shape getting down to about what we want, and what we're going to do in right now is come in and cut out this radius and get it closer to the spec on the plans. I got everything set up, and basically just come in and kiss the back and just start taking it off slowly as I go along. Okay. Well, here we go.
Okay, it's time to bring this thing to size, and what we're wanting to do is to take the measurement from here to the top and bring everything down to match. Oh no, not that. We're going to go from here to there, which is 1 inch 820 thousandths, and that'll give us the full dimension, and then we come back and trim it out later. So 820 thousandths, but the 3/8 pipe thread wants to lay in at 690 thousandths. So what we're going to do is, and you know, everything's a plus or minus 690. There's 690, and so I'm just going to kind of guess where my line is, and then we'll come in let me get my glasses here. And then we'll come in, there's our line. Okay. So then come in and just scribe from this side, and that way we know where the line is. Now we want to go up to here and figure out how much we're going to take off of the here. And I think I need the Daikin mat. And then our total depth is 1/820. So 1820, which takes us right to, oh, almost to the top. We're within about 10 thousandths at the top. Okay, we're going to just shave about 10 thousandths off of this side here, and we can just kind of get it started, figure out where we're at. Okay, now I got it. Now we'll flip this thing upside down. And we'll take off the main amount. So before we flip it, we want to get rid of the burrs. Okay, good. Now we're going to take, and of course, the measurements on the other side. So let's, we're going to transfer that measurement. Okay, so now what we're going to do is come in and cut the taper on this part here. And what I've done is I come up with, and it's a 10-degree taper, so I've come up with a 10-degree parallel, and then put my parallel block on top of that and set my stop, and then just drop this thing in. Oops. Yep, we got a rough edge there. And that'll throw it off. A little bit of file work. Okay, now just to bring it in, drop my piece off. Now this side is going to be a little squirrely, so what I have to do is kind of come in and just find that center. Okay. We're going to come down 200. 1, 2. That should do it. All right, we got one side. Now we got to work on the second side, and I can't spin it around. No, it's probably better just to go in and reset this and reset the 10 degrees.